Welcome to the stream. Welcome. I'm going to go and check and make sure everything sounds good upstairs. So
Okay.
you guys can talk.
Guess who else is streaming Final Fantasy Rebirth right now? The whole world. Everyone on YouTube. We're getting mixed into the mix. It's my penis. We were talking about how many people does it take to accuse somebody of something, and then you know it's true.
Uh-huh.
So like, Cosby got nicked because it was like 6 women said the same shit, and they tried to get Clinton by having other women say what his dick looked like, and then that's another meeting that I would have loved to have been at, the congressional look at Clinton's dick meeting after she's described it.
Oh, jeez.
Says how else are you going to confirm? Like, the information's no good unless you can make the president stand naked in the room with a bunch of cameras and microphones and experts and go, that looks exactly like what Lewinsky said. It's got a little brown dot on the side there.
Well,
She probably sucked it. Looks like she sucked it, guys. I think she sucked it.
didn't they do that recently with like Hunter Biden? Like they showed his like pics in the.
Yeah.
Ugh,
But
gross.
who cares? Who is he even?
the
Like, he's not.
president's son.
Yeah, but he doesn't hold any accountability,
Yeah.
office, or any kind of. There's no reason to worry about whether he's been good or bad.
Yeah, I feel like they don't got much of a case to go on.
Like George W. Bush's kids were here having frat parties on 6th Street, and being all crazy. Nobody said nothing.
Yep.
I mean, I had found out about it, so somebody must have said something.
Someone said, yeah.
Someone talked.
We're very online right now.
Extremely
Look how
online,
online
yeah.
we are.
How online
Are we still
you?
doing Twitch too?
Yeah, Twitch is
Okay.
on. YouTube's on. We good. All right.
Where are you at?
I am. I guess I just repaired the Mako pipeline with the chick from the first game that is a brand new character that kind of sucks. One of the kind of lame new characters that they added for these remake games.
Like the kid with the VR helmet, that one?
Yeah. Did you know that I guess he's like an autistic cyborg that was created by Hojo? I didn't realize that
No.
until he said something about it at the beginning of this.
Oh, they should have given him the train cart twist later.
Right.
Where you unlock the train carts. You have to have trains. This thing baffled me for a long time. I didn't realize you have to point the thing's head in the right way
Yeah.
to even get the trail.
Oh my God, Red 13's riding the.
I know. That's
chocobo.
what I love about Red
amazing.
13 riding the Chocobo right here.
That's
That's
a
awesome.
Double
That's so
furry
cool.
fantasy.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Why is his tail on fire? I never understood Red 13 having a tail on fire. But
You think furries revere
fun.
Richard Gere as their king because he like reached the end of being a furry? It's like
But that's in game though. For if it's Richard Gere, right? Because like.
yeah, that's the end game.
Yes.
He graduated. He's
Yeah.
the master.
Yeah.
He put an animal inside of himself.
He
Yeah.
doesn't need to dress like an animal because he is the
I
animal.
became that which is furry.
That's right.
I am become
I
furry.
have become
Yeah.
furry.
It's like, you guys are fucking amateur hour putting a butt plug tail in and having a litter box.
Yeah.
I put a gerbil up my ass.
Donnie, are you playing on dynamic?
I believe so.
You started it on the other stream as a dynamic.
Yeah. Actually, oh shit, I need to change. Oh shit, we just had the. Every once in a while, I think it's through the Elgato. For some reason, it thinks it loses the signal. It switches over to satellite on my TV, so I keep having to switch it back. So. Actually, I need to change the name of the stream because it's not the Final Fantasy demo stream anymore. It is the Final Fantasy VII
proper.
Rebirth playthrough. So, I wonder if it'll let me do that. It's hard to find out where to do this stuff on OBS. Let's see.
You think that when they were making Rebirth, they said we're pregnant?
Yeah.
They said it on Rebirth? Uh-oh.
They already said you do you,
Yeah.
and they said what else did you say that they said?
True dat.
True dat. Oh, take the L or something like that.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
I was playing.
Everything that was cool in America 5 years ago.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was
That's when they
playing-
were developing the game.
I was playing Grand Blue, and then one of the characters said amaze balls, and I was like, I don't think that's something.
These
Japan-
freaking localizers, man.
Like,
Japanese people
so-
love balls.
I'm chiming in. I'm chiming in on this. I get the idea of localization to,
Yeah.
like, I understand it. I get it, but I do like, do we need to add amazeballs to people? Like, do we need to make them say take the L?
Put that out in the
Like,
world.
do we need to do mannerisms from the U.S.? Nah, I don't think we need to do that. I just don't think. I don't.
They're trying to be relevant to people who can't
I mean, I
afford to
gotta
buy
stop
video
this.
games.
Yeah, but then you age out though. Like a couple years later. Like
Yeah.
I could be playing this 5 years later, and if someone says amazeballs, I'm just gonna go ugh.
Yeah, there are definitely more people that think that shit sucks than there are that are into it.
The problem is that the people who don't think it sucks, or the ones who are just like, ha, we pissed you off, fuck you. Those are the ones that are in control.
Yeah.
Those are the ones who have the power because it's all a nepotism thing.
But it's been like a constant struggle. Like you go back to the late '90s when Manga Core used to or Manga Video used to translate stuff, and their dubs were just horrible. Kind of just horrible, Americanized stuff. It's okay to translate. I'm fine with that. But
You just can't be a dumbo about
don't be
it.
dumb and don't make. I don't know. There's something about putting modern colloquialisms in the game,
Right.
translations and stuff that just doesn't sit right with me.
Well, you just bought Donnie a copy of Force Spoken for Christmas, so you obviously like it.
Now there's a reason why I bought that for him.
That is the game of that.
That's right.
That's what that game is about.
I saw
I'm a
it,
witch, bitch. I got magic and shit.
I saw it for $10 at Christmas, and I was like, oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
this is happening.
I told him I don't even like having it in my house.
Too bad.
How much was Gollum? I heard Gollum was down to $5 some places.
Yeah.
Nice.
So just remember, if those who are watching, my party trick is to get the ones I adore spending time with and find them a shitty game, but then I also get them something nice for Christmas.
You
It's
got
just-
me the cheaper one. That would actually be called a Hanukkah gift, I believe.
There you
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do forget you're Jewish. I'm sorry.
Just an eighth.
Just an eighth Jewish.
He's just enough Jewish.
I'm looking at having it removed.
No, okay, I got you. So this year, last year, everyone.
Trans Jew.
So last year, everyone got Balan Wonderworld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This year, I had a cornucopia of things to choose from, and when I saw how pissed off Forsaken made Donnie, I knew that was going to be number one on my list. Not just because. So let's break down. I mean, we've talked about Forspoken before, but let's be real. The game is very try-hardy.
Yeah.
It tries very hard to be hip and relevant, and
But it's like the 55-year-old corporate person's idea of what
it's the idea of what an African American woman sounds like. It's the idea.
not
of
even an
how-
African American. It's an idea of what a Zoomer
Yeah.
on Twitter sounds
Yeah,
like.
Yeah, mixed
yeah.
race.
So this isn't like a racial thing. This is a Steve Buscemi in the hoodie and skateboard. Hey, I'm on Facebooks and YouTubes.
What's up, fellow kids?
What's up, fellow kids? That's exactly what the problem is with the game, and it tries very hard, and it bums me out too because I like Amy Henman. Is that her name?
Amy Hennig.
Amy
I don't
Hennig.
even know how much she had to do with the game.
I don't hear, but she's been on a lot of games that I've enjoyed, like Soul Reaver back in the
Yeah.
'90s.
I mean,
and
she's
Oh, yeah.
basically responsible for what Naughty Dog became.
Yeah.
She's one
It's
of
the
the
same
people.
story of
Much more so than a little pussy ass my wife's girlfriend guy.
Kathleen Kennedy
Or my
made a
wife's
bunch of cool
boyfriend.
stuff in the 80s too, but now look.
no, but
She was an executive producer on Back to the Future.
it's one of those things where you say, it's like, oh, really? Did we really do that? It's
Yeah.
just kind of a bummer, So
You're only as good as your latest VIG in this mafia.
there you go.
What is your most recent thing? Well, I'm not going to take Gollum back to for GameStop credit. It's not even worth
It's
What
not
they
gonna-
would
I don't
give
think
me
you
is not gonna pay
you
for
get
gas.
40 cents maybe.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt my feelings.
I would
if it was a
actually end up
Freddy
upside
kid.
down on the gas that it takes to get to
It's-
GameStop.
It's mostly just a joke. Guys.
No, my
No.
wife has a Lord of the Rings shelf. I'm going to put it on there.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What's his name? Ethan Van Sciver, the apparently alt-right Nazi comic book illustrator, who has
Ghost of Tsushima.
he hated Last Jedi, made fun of it and all that. So what did he do? He went and bought every single Rose Tico action figure he could possibly find, and now his house is full of Rose Tico because he bought them ironically.
I go to Ross and look for Star Wars figures every time because I keep seeing it on the Star Wars r/Star Wars collection.
Yeah.
People are finding them and there's 2 Rosses right around here.
Yeah.
So last time I went, they had the blonde lady, the blonde lesbian lady from Andor,
Okay.
and the figure was like the size of an Ewok. She's a small person in real life.
Oh, they do those things where it's like, Like literally small. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's just tiny.
I was about to say, well, they do those things where they do like the cheapo, like
Yeah.
tiny figures.
Overstock.
Yeah, overstock. Yeah. So, what? There's a lot of Andor figures at Ross. Who would have known?
Yeah. who
So
would've thunk
one
it?
of the YouTube channels I'm subscribed to is called World Class Bullshitters.
Okay.
And they're basically like, here's how terrible everything is now. All of our nerd stuff is. And the guy who does it likes to go to like local Targets and Walmarts and all that and walk around and just videotape all of the unbought like Eternals figures and Andor figures.
Look how tiny.
Yeah.
I put a banana for scale of my hand.
And he just makes fun of how nothing is selling, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing that's happening. Like, you know, we've got a few anime figure stores here in Austin, and it's kind of the same thing. Like, they kind of overbought on, like, I don't know, what's the popular thing right now? Let's see, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, ReZero. Those
Yeah.
are kind of like the popular.
It's fun when rich people lose money. That's why Dumb Money was so good.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
those people were just, this movie was about rich people panicking that they didn't. Now I have only 5 billion instead of 6 billion. Oh no.
But yeah, it's funny to see them like overestimate like what the popularity is going to be. So, but now it's like when you want to go in for new stuff, you can't because the old stuff's still sitting on the shelf. Fucking irritating.
What is the line that they changed for Aerith in the remake before this came out? They updated a remake and she said something like "I hate this place" or something.
I don't
Did you guys hear about that?
No, I
Yeah, it's part of the Tifa covering up Tifa a little bit, and
Yeah.
then something about a word, like a rewrite.
Recontextualized it for her dying in
Yeah.
this one because
I'm
it's
still ambivalent over. I mean, it seems. I don't know. I get what you're saying. It seems like a stretch to go back 4 years later and patch it in.
Yeah.
I'm just ambivalent toward it. I don't care.
especially because there's not supposed to be any continuity.
Oh.
They're all reboots
Yeah.
at the beginning because they can't.
Well,
That was
they
all right.
they
They're
wipe all
rebalanced.
your
Yeah.
they wipe everything at the beginning, but I don't know. Like, I still don't know what's going on with. There hasn't been any more Zack stuff, has there? In what you've seen?
No.
Not what I've played.
Yeah. So
course, I've barely
yeah, you
started.
really sorry, but yeah, the way it begins is just so weird.
Yeah, I want to see how we get there. Like I'm intrigued. Like I'm like, how are we gonna get here?
No, I already did the demo, so I wanted to. Once I got to that part, I realized I was about to get Yuffie, so I just kept playing and went straight through to the Terror of the Deep, because the demo made me think or believe that right at the end of that Terror of the Deep you get Yuffie, which you do not.
By the way, your open world map you showed me, which I haven't gotten to yet, is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
This is the whole
Huge.
world.
Oh my
Right here.
god!
So there's
my
Midgar
God.
over there,
Uh-huh.
but you can't go back to there. It's like, don't go, you can't go back there. But I think Calm is actually like somewhere around here. Like this is where we are. It doesn't show you exactly where you are on the world map, but it shows you where you are on the region map. So
Oh, wow.
that's like the road that goes back to Midgar.
So they've turned us into Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Then
Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah. I mean, this is what a Final Fantasy originally was a big old open world,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was just you had random battles and stuff in the.
Donnie, what's your transmute level? Have you upgraded your crafting?
I have done quite a few things.
You know who I bet wants it to be able to transmute stuff?
Who?
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, you can just mute them.
He's going to play Final Fantasy and be like, there's a transmuter?
Yeah.
Why not
What?
me?
I mean, you can hear us. I need to turn us down.
It's Clay.
Yeah. Right.
It's the ghost. The old man. Did you get to the Chocobo man yet?
Yeah.
The-
I mean, well, he have you, yeah. He. I don't think. No,
He
Jason
doesn't.
hasn't.
He doesn't talk to Cloud because he hasn't met Cloud yet. He only addresses Aerith and Tifa. But he's talking to all three of them, and he keeps calling them ladies. And it seems like an old man ball bust where they call the guy a girl.
Look at this broad over
Yeah.
here.
Shut up, Linda. With your gay hair. So I rewatched the stream that we did on release date at work yesterday
Okay.
and realized that we could have solved the problem of me playing ahead with in-screen PIP.
Yeah, we didn't realize that until later.
Yeah, the
Afterwards.
PlayStation.
Just a bunch of 40-year-olds learning how to use modern technology. That's all. We're good.
That's why we need Aiden. We need little aides. We need our little producer.
We get a little producer in here, and then he can have him just like come in, think it's gonna be an awesome job. Then you start bossing him around and shit, and
Yeah.
then he starts getting. Then you get sued for being in a toxic workplace.
We have to
Yeah.
pay him. That's not a workplace if we don't pay you.
That's true, but you know that's the path everyone goes on, right? Isn't that
Right.
it?
Well, the other thing I realized, like that stream, is that the stupid headset. whatever the microphone's really sensitive, so I'm just like, it's like you hear my breathing so terribly.
You have resting rape breath like
Yeah.
me. Your mama sure does care about your education, boy.
Yeah.
So that's the last time I stay up all night gaming. I think this was the last one. It's too much. It's just like Coke. It's 3 days of regret
It's
and
hard
existential.
now.
Yeah,
Like,
I can't.
I think the last game I stayed up till 4 in the morning on was Resident Evil 4, and then 2 before that.
Like the remakes.
Yeah, I tend to do that with the
Nice.
Resident Evil games.
I played
That's
this
the perfect time to play Resident Evil. Is in the middle of the night.
Dead night, yeah, with the headphones on.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah. Or you can have that. You can have freaking what's his name, Tyrant, just going, chunk, chunk, chunk,
Fucking
walking after you.
terrifying when he does that. Oh my god.
I played this till 3 after we hung up our stream.
Oh, nice.
And then I had to go to the office the next day. My coworker asked me to get a taco, and I was like, "Shut up, bitch." That was bad. Should not have been at work that way. I was in a bad mood.
Yeah, I was up till, I think I was up till 1 in the morning playing Grand Blue, and then I didn't get to sleep till like 2:30, and I had to be at work by 9:30. I was like, oh shit. So I was like,
Was it office day?
it was office day.
Fuck.
I don't.
That's what I said.
I don't have the kind of job where, I mean, especially not recently, where I can just set my laptop up and down here and play Final Fantasy all day. I actually have to kind of work and send emails and talk to people.
Yeah, that's my job.
So I was
my
like,
job does
the
that
whole
too.
time I was like, man, it sure would be nice to just be like playing Final Fantasy right
I need a don't talk to me hat at work. It's probably something racist, like a Chinese rice hat
I remember.
or a sombrero. Then I'm like, send HR. You want to talk to me?
now. Yeah, I'll talk. I will talk to you through HR.
We
How
don't
about
call 911 here. Get a warrant.
I remember when I went back to work, like after all the bullshit that went down back earlier. So like I was just like, okay, I haven't been around people for a month. I'm ready to go back. Let's go, let's go back to work. And so I walk in the door, and I found that for security purposes, between the elevator and our office, they put glass doors up.
Is this a new one that you haven't seen?
Yeah.
So they put glass doors up, and then like you had to like they didn't fix the card reader yet, so I couldn't get in.
Yeah.
And one of the service desk kids like came up to the door. I say kids now. I say kids now.
Fucking kids.
You're in your kids era.
Your
You're in
kid-
your saying kids era.
God,
Don't make me get in my zone.
that's right. So he looked at me and he was like, "Ha ha, you can't come in." And I was like, I didn't say it. I was like, 2 things are about to happen. 1, I'm going to punch my fist through this glass door and choke you. Or 2, I'm going to walk home. I'm just going to turn around and go home. Yeah. Luckily, he let me in. I didn't do either of them. But he was pushing it. What was funny is that kid got fired like literally 2 weeks later.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh, they didn't like my professionalism. And I talked about, smoking weed in a group chat after work. And I was like, okay, dude, here's the thing.
What?
We're in our corporation is headquartered up north where weed is legal.
Yeah.
We're in Austin where weed is pretty much decriminalized.
Weed state entitlement must
It's
be
weed
nice.
state entitlement, right? But the U.S. is not fully there, and we work. We do government stuff, right? So that's dumb on your part, but it's just like I don't think that's why they would fire you, because if you were the one, if you got popped for that, there's a million other people in our office that would have got popped for it too, and for worse. Like one time we had like a big group function and someone made pot brownies and handed them out, didn't tell them
Nice.
they made pot brownies. So
I thought they were going to legalize it after COVID and the election. Because
that's
everybody needed to chill the fuck out.
yeah, no shit.
They needed a poster of Michael J. Fox from Back to the Future 2 grabbing his younger self and going, "Stay down and shut up."
I thought you were about to say like we need a picture of Michael J. Fox in his current era.
Bobblehead
but
state.
But he was like, but it was just like the still picture, and he goes, weed helps me out. We need
Yeah.
legalized weed. Yeah.
Weed turns me from a bobblehead into a normal action figure.
But he made the mistake of like getting into arguments at the airports with our representatives, and over politics and stuff in public
Oh,
with
good
people.
God.
And I was like, oh, you're in the bubble.
No, that's
so
the problem with the
sorry.
internet. It makes people take a stand.
Yeah.
You don't need to take a stand. You're not Martin Luther King.
We don't need to do this. This is not a discussion forum currently.
Everybody's not the
Yeah.
figurehead
Yeah.
of a large group.
There
I'm
was
gonna go
some.
turn us down. I'll be right back.
There's some TikTok meme. It was like, so let me get this straight. I need to save all my money. I need to not smoke weed. I need to, You
not
know,
have coffee,
got-
not go get coffee.
I gotta vote for this person.
not even allowed to go to Starbucks anymore.
Yeah, I gotta drink fair trade shit. I gotta do all this stuff. I'm tired.
Well, their whole coffee argument doesn't stand anymore either, because they used to yell at entitled youngsters for spending $7 a day for coffee. They're like, you could get a house for that. No, you cannot either anymore.
Not anymore.
That is not going to buy you
No.
a shack anywhere.
No.
$7 a day there's really nothing better to do
I see
with that
people
than work harder, was to have coffee.
Exactly. I see people my age like getting houses. I'm like, I'm not moving.
Yeah, I'm not moving. I'm not leaving.
I got a sweet gig here. I've brought myself into a perfectly good rut here, and I'm not leaving.
Yeah. Comfortable. I had a buddy like that was like upset about work and other people getting promotions, but he's paid all his bills. He had his own house, and I was like, "You're not stuck in a rut. You can coast down this hill for a while.
I like to.
Like, you don't need to be perpetually dissatisfied with your situation. Your bills are paid.
I don't think
You have a job.
I don't think people need to be perpetually promoted. Either.
Yeah, just chill out and coast, bro. If you can get to a place in life where you can coast,
Like this
yeah,
is,
no wife, no kids.
Yeah. This is the first year I asked for a promotion in the almost 5 years I've been in my office, and it's only
Nice.
because I built the portfolio up. I was like, "Here you go. You know, I'm gonna go work somewhere else if I don't get something. Sorry, you know, I'm not. It's not entitlement. It's just here's facts and data." And like, okay, you're promoted. I was like, "Okay, cool, thanks."
So this game has a lot. I just played 7 OG on Switch. Or I've been playing it. I made sure to play it past the point where this game goes, so that I'm ahead of. So I know
Yeah,
what.
I assume this game
treatment.
goes up through what it was.
Are you using?
Originally the Aerith
Yeah.
death.
Are you using the level boost on it? Because that makes your experience go. If you're playing an older RPG, I'm just gonna say this. If you play an older RPG, level boost. Oh my god.
What level boost? What are you talking about?
You can do a thing where when you fight a bad guy, you get
There's EXP up materia.
or you get extra like triple XP.
Yeah, I haven't seen that anywhere.
Oh, I think if you're into playing a Switch version, I think you just need to toggle press down on L3 or R3.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah, if
Okay,
you see
so
like
speed on the left and XP on the right.
there's an X. Yeah, if you do XP, oh my god, you can just blaze through these.
God damn it! I should have been doing that the whole time.
Well, do it now. Like
Yeah.
when you go back to it, go do it now. It's not. My argument is, you know what? There's too much shit to play out there. I like to be able to enjoy my games.
Well, the
Also-
super speed helps too because of what
Speed
your other
helps, too.
buddy was complaining about, the slow walking from the last one.
Yeah.
But
You can just zip around.
I didn't feel like it was too slow of a walk, but then when I was playing it this morning, I was walking around the rocks.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, Jacob, I see what you're talking about."
Yeah. Well, the other thing is that things were just there wasn't as much stuff then, so
No.
we could sit for an hour and a half and grind
Yeah, we had an
because this
attention
was
span.
that was the game, right? You know. But now I don't want to sit and grind in a RPG from 1996.
Nah, I just want to
You know?
get through it. I know y'all give me shit for playing on easy mode, but sometimes two things. One, I have arthritis in my hands now.
Here's the thing.
And so here's the thing, I have arthritis.
I cannot beat this chick. I played her like 4 or 5 times.
Is
in
this Queen's Gambit or
Blood.
whatever?
No, Queen's Blood is turning into taking a shit for me for too long. Eventually, my legs go numb, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "This is a fun game. I'm not going to sit here my whole life.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
I got other cool things to do."
I tend to do the story difficulties and stuff. One, just because I don't have time anymore. I just
Yeah.
don't.
Oh, I made a time over here. Time is money.
Time is money.
Hey.
Exactly. And then two, my hands just don't my hands just I don't say they're arthritic, but
My
it's-
hands don't work no more.
You should play Final Fantasy 13.
they get so
You don't
tired.
have to do
now.
anything.
It's true. I just get so tired now. I'm just like, ugh. Like I have to buy the fancy I can't use the stock Joy-Cons now. I have to buy the the third party, fancy, ergonomic versions.
I got that playing Mortal Kombat with my kid.
Yeah.
My hands started burning. I was like, "How do you do this?"
Yeah,
I had a buddy that was too tired to roll a joint the other night. I was like, "Well, you don't get to be a stoner anymore.
yeah.
You've lost your
You
thing.
lost your privilege.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to. You have to smoke weed, and I have to roll it just so you'll stop complaining."
Yeah. Donnie and his buddy give me shit for playing on novice mode, but sometimes I'm tired.
Game journalist mode.
Game journalist mode, and it's like, no, game journalist mode is playing it on easy and not finishing it in 10 hours.
Well,
That's
there's
journalism.
features that
Writing
are
an
locked-
article criticizing it because you only played the first hour. and a half of the
Exactly. Yeah,
game,
that's to me. That's game. Playing on whatever mode, I don't give a shit. You play how you want to play it. But
I'll play on hard if you get more features. Like
Sure.
if it unlocks cool Last of Us. If you put it on the hardest mode, you lose the hearing through the walls.
oh,
If you're
really?
ungrounded, you don't get listen vision.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it takes a feature away from the game that made it fun. That they worked hard to program that.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it's
I like
realistic.
that. Yeah, I liked on.
But it's like I bought this game. I want all the game that comes in the game.
Yeah, I ran into the gotcha aspect of Grand Blue because I played it on. I bounced between novice and normal, just to kind of just get a feel for it. Some of the levels were too. Aw.
Did you fuck with Ever Crisis at all on the phones?
No, I haven't fucked with it.
That's fun.
Is it?
It's a gotcha game.
Is it gotcha game?
It's just tappy tap 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 tap.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
It looked pretty.
It's in the Final Fantasy universe. If you're gonna play a gacha game, you might as
Yeah.
well play one in the universe you like.
I wanted to
I
play.
did the Star Wars one too.
Yeah, I wanted to play the original Grand Blue on the phone, but it's not on the App Store anymore. So it's I guess it's I don't know, region locked or something. But
So they added some extra horny shit to this that was not in the low poly version. I mean, maybe it's more horny to me because I can see all of Tifa's whole tit, but it's not just a Tomb Raider triangle.
Didn't they shrink her breastal area?
No,
in this patch?
they
Was that just fake?
It's illegal.
They gave her a sports bra so that she wasn't flopping around. But yeah, whenever you see her in a bikini, there's some big old ones.
Dude, is there an Interpol oversight reporting website that I can internationally report Japan for fucking with Tifa's tits? Because that's not right.
It's a crime against humanity.
Yeah, that's a
You need to be tried at the Hague.
I wasn't thinking about
UN.
that.
We get the UN involved.
That's
Yeah.
just how my brain works. With that, you mentioned the sports bra thing. The first thing in my brain from Mr. Show was the King of the Megaphone crooners.
Uh-huh.
Competition, the sports bra. It's a nice baby jiggles around, jiggles over town. Thank you.
I love
One
Mr.
of my
Show.
favorite.
I need to go
skits of
back
all
and
time.
watch all that Mr. Show again. It's on Max, right? It's
I
still
think,
there.
yeah, I think I'm old enough now. I can appreciate it more.
What
So-
we would like from you is a really good blowjob. All decisions revolve around a series of blowjobs. All
But
our
more
business
money
decisions.
equals better than.
better than
All of these goats are retarded.
Mr.
guys are
Show was
retarded, yeah.
Mr. Show was the perfect weed thing, especially
yeah.
at the time that it came out
Yeah.
because,
They knew how to end a sketch.
Yeah, I'd never
and
seen
they knew how to segue into another one.
and the segues between sketches and the way that things would they would mix everything, and every once in a
Yeah.
while they just completely break the fourth wall, and David Cross would start walking into the audience and
Yeah.
interacting and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like the what was it when they're trying to get the new corporate mascot Pat the pansexual. I still love the Janine Garofalo with the bag hutch. She's like, it's hard, and the brown bag, and then her husband comes in, and I die laughing every time because
She was just on David Cross's podcast.
yeah,
She's still around. She
Oh,
does
yeah.
New York comedy.
but she
I think
does
that's
the-
all she ever wanted to do.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. But it's funny because he comes in, she's like, where'd all the bags go? And she's like, I put it in the bag hutch, and he just around and just goes, no shit. I don't know why that made me laugh. This is so fucking funny how he said it. Just no shit.
I ain't scared of no roller coasters.
And then they brought it back for a season
Yeah.
about 10 years ago or something.
Yeah,
like
on
that.
Netflix it was like
It was
Bob
called
and
With
David.
Bob and David.
yeah,
Yeah.
Bob and David. Yeah,
It was alright. It wasn't as good as
it never is.
again.
I-
We're too old now.
I'm starting to notice things in this game that you're not supposed to notice.
Yeah, why? Farmer, a Japanese farmer.
Sounds like Sony of America was like, could we darken a few of the skin tones here?
Take advantage of all of the spectrum.
Yeah.
It's a rainbow. But yeah, they added horny shit. They added Tifa and him going into a hotel room together, and now she stretches her hands above her head instead of behind her head. Like, remember when you asked big titty girls in junior high to put their elbows behind their back if they could touch them?
Yeah.
Like, that was what the Tifa winning pose was in the original. And now she does it up here, so it's more. Look, I want Interpol involved and the UN and the blue helmets. This is a crime against humanity.
Yeah.
The aliens are going to come from outer space and finally invade and be like, "This
It's
was the
okay.
last straw.
It's okay
We've
if
been
you have a
watching
Final-
you."
It's okay if you have a Final Fantasy waifu. It's all right, dude.
This
Who's
is
the
your
good
Final
boy?
Fantasy.
It's you.
It's you.
Oh, and then they added when you get Yuffie, you have to give her chest compressions.
What?
And Cloud is about to give her chest compressions, and it shows her little titties, and the music goes dun dun dun.
Does it really?
And it
Is it
gets
real?
all awkward, and then she's like, "Don't try to touch me, you faggot," or whatever. It's just really unnecessary. Do you know what it was? I want eyes on the fly on the wall in the meeting of the old
Yeah.
Japanese SquareSoft execs, like, make it more horny. Add a funny titty joke. American Rav titty humor.
They call that etchy in Japanese. Make it more etchy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
edgy. So you can etch yourself.
I guess so.
They're etching all day in their office.
I see what you did there.
Make it more horny. Yeah, they're all salarymen,
That's
but
true.
they're doing it at work instead of waiting till they get off work.
Please understand.
Please understand.
It's like the madman of drinking at work, but it's porn at work.
Oh, I remember I worked at some garage, like, print shop thing when I first moved here, and my boss at the time hired some suit to, like, do marketing stuff with us and everything. And then he was just there for, like, 6 weeks, didn't sell a thing, was all talk, and then he and then my other boss, they were all in an office together, and we were kind of in there. You know, and he was like, "Oh, this is just like," he goes, "This is just like Mad Men. We all just sit around and talk and everything." And I was like, "Yeah," and they sold stuff too. And she just got dead silent. I walked up. I was like, "Oh, that was good." My edgy period.
Got him.
Got him.
Don't
I
make me
got
get
you,
in my era.
motherfucker.
I'm in my Mad Men era.
My Mad Men era. So what are we looking for here?
I don't know. He sent something,
He
and now,
just
it's
took
like that
and now he
right
farted
there.
out a look. He farted a trail out. Did you see that?
Yeah, and I started to follow the trail, and then the trail went away. But it's saying go this way.
There
I
you
gotta go, guys. I have to go drive teenagers around. That's my other job.
Yeah.
My other side gig that pays nothing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not even 1 penny on TikTok.
You'd be like a free Uber.
I need a ride, and I'm not 16 yet. I'm not even gonna let them drive when they're 16. There's too many fucking maniacs out there.
Eh.
Oh, plus I have to take a home poop. I'm not gonna do that to you. Danny.
Yeah. So whenever I got the new toilets for upstairs, my former roommate's like, "Can I come over and christen the one that used to be in my room?" It's like you have to beat my dad and Josh to it.
Yeah,
Oh.
good luck.
Good luck.
I feel a great swell of pity for anyone who comes to this school looking for trouble. We are the future, Charles, not them.
Not them.
All right, bye, guys. Love you guys.
Bye. Man, how am I hearing? I can hear the couch so much with that. All right. I'm going to stop the stream.
Okay.